Okay, what's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me over on the Unbiased Sports Network channel. Thank you for coming over from the Gridiron Media channel. I also have a website, gridironmediaproductions.com, link in the description below. On that website, every single video that I post, whether it be on Rumble, whether it be on this channel, whether it be on the Gridiron Media channel, wherever it may be, it will be on that website. So I know that sometimes it may be tough to find, did I post on Rumble, did I post here, did I post there? It'll all be on that website. So if you want to keep up to date with all of these postings, you can head to that website. This video will be up there once it is up. So let's get into some Giants news. I want to thank you guys, over 1,000 subscribers. But let's get into some Giants news. Okay, so they've signed Nick Vannett, tight end, to the practice squad. Lawrence Cager looks like he's going to be signed to the active roster. Cager has performed fairly well for the Giants. He was with the Jets. They added him to their practice squad, and then he's played in some games. He actually caught a touchdown against Houston. So he's a guy that they're trying to feature more in their offense moving forward. And in order to add some tight end depth to the practice squad, they signed Nick Vannett, who's actually a former third-round pick back in 2016. He's been around. He's 29 years old. We'll head over to his Pro Football Reference page. And like I said, he's been around for a while. Played with Seattle, played with Pittsburgh, played with Denver, New Orleans, bunch of teams. No big impact season. 29 receptions is as far as he's gone. 3 touchdowns. That was his best year in 2018 with Seattle. So, interesting piece to add to your practice squad. Obviously, you don't expect him to make much of an impact this season. But given the Giants' injury situation, you just never know. So, they add Nick Vannett, Lawrence Cager likely added to the roster this week because he's a guy that they've been featuring a lot. I think that he's definitely a player they like, and we'll see what kind of role they have moving forward, especially with Daniel Bellinger getting closer to return. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Daniel Bellinger. Let's talk about the Giants' injury situation. Brian Daboll said today that Bellinger and Adoree Jackson will not play on Thursday. And that there's a bunch of other game time decisions. What's also important is that Azeez Ojulari won't be activated. There was some talk that maybe he would come back this week off injured reserve. They'll hold him one more week, and the expectation is probably next week he'll be back. But still, the Giants need Azeez Ojulari back. They need a little bit more pass rush. They need another edge rusher out there. So definitely not of any help having Ojulari out, having Bellinger out, having Adoree Jackson. Big players here. We'll scroll down a little bit more. Daboll sounded optimistic on Richie James. Richie James didn't practice yesterday in their walkthrough. It was like a practice projection. So there was some concern that maybe he won't play this week. And if that was the case, the Giants are in a lot of trouble because it's like, well, he's kind of their Wan'Dale replacement. I guess the Giants are going to need all the help they can get at wide receiver. They're pretty thin. Let's go on to the next thing. Basically the same thing, but I do want to add on this tweet. The game time decision players, these are the players that he was referring to. Guys like Evan Neal, Feliciano, Fabian Moreau. Those are classified in the game time decision category. Look, the Giants, let's just be honest here. This injury situation is not ideal, especially a team that's playing a Thursday game. They're in a really tough injury situation.